Hello, Cancer. This is your March 15th to the 31st. The card that is pulled for you, Cancer, is in fact the Six of Cups. So, the Six of Cups is definitely a card, Cancer, that is going to explain what the rest of this month is going to do for you. The Six of Cups, which is upright, it can represent generosity, being naive about something, having a lot of happiness. Also, it could also be you reflecting on your childhood. A lot of you Cancerians today, throughout the rest of this month, are just trying to find happiness in anything that you can do. You're trying to also create this happiness for other people. For some of you, by doing that, you're showing somebody the generosity. You're showing somebody that you care. You're showing somebody that you're wanting to give something a try or to help someone out. This card can also talk about whether it was when you were a child, a teenager, or even a young adult. Many times, the memories of things from the past, which reflect the aspects of ourselves, sometimes they vanished. Sometimes trying to remember the way you felt when you were younger is very difficult for you at times. But you may be remembering these times so that you can try to feel happy. Some of you, different things that you're doing in routine, even with holidays and the way you celebrate, remind you of your childhood. You're following the footsteps of the way you grew up and the way things were presented to you. For some of you, you may not celebrate at all. And for some of you, you may have huge celebrations, very big family-oriented type of celebrations, depending on what your circumstances are when you grew up or were when you grew up. The Six of Cups can indicate that while you may look upon the past with a happy eye, you have to avoid living in the past. The Six of Cups can also mean that you may be returning to a familiar place. This could be a hometown. It could be returning to an old friend's home. It could be going back to visit an old school or any place that holds a lot of meaning or special memories for you. You're seeking to reconnect with people from your past, even in a past relationship. It's showing today, Cancerians, that you're wanting to bring back these old memories because they do remind you of a time when you thought you were your happiest, a time when things were quite simpler than they are now. For some of you, this card can talk about wanting to go back to a past partner because it's difficult trying to move forward. It's difficult now trying to find someone that can fill the shoes of your past partner. You may be seeking the comfort of warmth and of people that unconditionally love you. So that also could be family as well. Again, with the Six of Cups, the past does come alive again for you. It's talking about a revival of the past. Again, the nostalgia that comes with it. You're definitely trying to find a way to be more appreciative of your partner's sense of familiarity, or an ex can reappear in your life again. So if you've been wondering if they're coming back, the possibility right now from the 15th of March to the end of March the 31st is a very good possibility for an ex to return. This card can also represent a time of healing after your wounds, and comfort may be more important to you now. But you may be trying to heal, especially after having a very stressful period or relationship. Kind of looking backwards at the great times that you spent together and perhaps reliving them can bring you great comfort, but beware, however, of living only in the past. Let the past nourish your future. They are lessons to show you what you want to remain in your life and what you don't. Understand? So be aware, however, that living only in the past, meaning trying to just get back to where it used to be, go back to the way it was, go back to that person. No, you can remember those times and remember the good times that were there. But also you have to remember the very tough lessons that you learned there. And let the lessons show you what you want to remain in your life. But let the lessons show you what you want to stay out, to stay away. For some of you, this card can talk about, from the 15th to the 31st, about your career. It may be a good time to look backwards on a path that, how you got here to where you are right now. It can also be a card that signals that your past work can hold great lessons to you for you to learn to build a brighter future. Think back on what you did correctly, as well as ensure that you aren't repeating mistakes from your past in your work ethics. Alternatively, this card can signal that you may be reconsidering your career path and perhaps returning to a position that you once had left. So there may have been something that you had done that in your past that you liked, but maybe you thought the grass was going to be greener somewhere else and you went there, but now you're missing that old job. You're missing those old connections. You're missing those old people that were very comforting to you, that made you want to get up and go to work. You're not feeling that right now. Where your finances are concerned, with the Six of Cups, at times, a gift, a donation, or simply sharing of resources can represent this card. So either somebody shared with you their resources, or gave you a gift, or made a donation, or maybe you did. This also can relate to childhood home, signifying that sharing may come from family members. So family members may be the ones to help you out, or you may need to help out a family member right now financially. Right now, you have the ability to save your own funds while being amongst the comfort of family or friends, people that you love. Alternatively, you may be on the other side of this right now and welcoming family back into your own home while sharing your resources. So you may need to open a door for somebody in your family to allow them in temporarily to get back on their feet. Somebody may be struggling. For some of you, this card will be in reversed. When we have the reversal of the Six of Cups, it can kind of mean that you're clinging to the past. It means that you need to explore your memories some more from your past, because you have to be careful not to allow yourself to remain there. But while you may find it comforting in the security of your home, you may also learn to forge your own path. Be careful. The past should be used as a guide for the future. Learn to focus on the present and truly be aware. You also may feel as though you are disconnected from your childhood. Again, with this in the reversal. With it in the reversal, it may feel like unrealistic. It may feel that your childhood dreams just vanished. They're not there anymore. I mean, you might feel like you're not reaching certain goals. And you may feel like you just can't get back to feeling like you used to feel. This may be very painful for you at times. But sometimes reality carves a path for you that you must follow. And you shouldn't blame yourself for the choices that you've made. Take time today to think about where you want to be now and how you can reach your goals instead of just dreaming about them. Now, for some of you, this reversal can mean that you're unable to move on from a relationship. Something might have ended or was very disappointing. Someone might have ghosted you, and you're still unable to move on, to move forward. You're still searching for the answers of why somebody did what they did. It's really upsetting you very much. For some of you, you are still clinging to that past partner, that past love. For some of you, you are failing to live in the present. You are just insisting on staying stuck on something from your past. For some of you, you may have left the comfort of a good job. Some of you, you might be just staying in a stale job. You may not want to leave. You might know that this job is not going anywhere. You're not making any more money. They're not giving you any raises. You've been there for 2 years and nothing's happening. Some of you are repeating negative patterns and wondering why you're not achieving any goals. Financially independent, leaving a parent's home, trying to go out on your own. You may be living in the past instead of the present. The past relationships have been limiting you from opening yourself to love and making room in your heart for someone else. You may believe that you'll never meet somebody like your ex again, or that the love that you once had was something of a legend. It can be rather unfair for current or potential partners to be with someone who lives this way. Therefore, they're not going to want to stay. Somebody needs you to turn around and leave the past behind you where it belongs and move forward. Somebody's wanting you to do that. Exes are for a reason. You may be only seeing the happy memories and not the tumultuous ones. Let the past go. Otherwise, you're blocking out all possibilities of love. And you never know whether that love that you are meant to have was ever greater than the one that you lost.